Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. 𝓒𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓵'𝓼 with a pick. And the return stops at the... _39-yard line.
Well, the Cowboys offense going to work, coming off a disappointing 2019 season, 8-8 the final record, no playoff berth, and no shortage of off-season storylines either, starting with Jason Garrett out and Mike McCarthy in.
Yeah, that was one way to eliminate the gloom of everything you talked about, how they finished the season with a chance to go to the playoffs and don't get in. But when you change your head coach, that brings in that optimism. Now remember, this is a franchise gone 24 years since their last NFC Championship game appearance. So Mike McCarthy understands his mission, and it's to win championships, and he won a Super Bowl in Green Bay.
And Charles,
and the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They have a Hall of Famer.
And this is going to be intercepted.
This is too easy right
Picked off near the 29. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
𝓒𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓵'𝓼 to kick off for Atlanta.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive. Things down a little bit.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott from the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll take it at the 42. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Well, the Falcon offense ready to go here, and last season for them, Charles, a 7-9 finish. And not too many talking about the Falcons in the lead up to 2020. Certainly all the focus in the NFC South has gone to Tampa Bay and New Orleans. And could this team, do they surprise folks and jump into contention for the division title?
They certainly believe so, and they thought they should have been in contention the last couple of seasons. Remember, they went 6-2 over the last half of last season. So they thought they were starting to figure things out, and now they acquired Todd Gurley to help run the football. But defensively, they've got to get a pass rush. Just 28 sacks last year, second fewest in the league. Big beast.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
6-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And a little floater there is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here? They got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. Falcons got it. Yep, Atlanta football. Well, they just scored. They got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown.
Hayden Hurst, 53 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
𝓒𝓬𝓂𝓬.
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw. and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
𝓒𝓻𝔂𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓵'𝓼 to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's 𝓒𝓻𝔂𝓼 to kick off. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than...
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Edmund Robinson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
Maybe it don't matter.
Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. After the interception, here's Ryan. And now he's going to use his legs. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing the defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
First down carry by Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up
2nd and 11 now.
At the Falcons' 49-yard line.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Draw play, Elliott. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
48-yard line.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
This one to Jarwin over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Check 45 to Mike. Watch the pass.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Jalen Bailey on the
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
McKinley on the
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Prescott sacked.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So here's 𝓒𝓻𝓂𝓼 now as he'll try for the field goal.
A 29-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
Falcons 28, Cowboys 3.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 48 yards. 1st down.
They go play action now. Ryan. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Falcons add on.
Lining up for the point after.
Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Following the touchdown, here's 𝓒𝓬𝓪 to kick off. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
40-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I'm coming after you. 45's the mic.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Falcons 35, Cowboys 3.
2nd and 11.
Check 45's the mic.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, check mic 45. Check mic 45.
10th carry now for Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury.
What happened?
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Prescott. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a...
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs.
And the Cowboys.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's 𝓒𝓻𝓂𝓪 with a pick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Man left, man left. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott now. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
That's good.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. a loss resulted.
Come on. 45, 45.
On second down, it's Elliott. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Taken down.
Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and...
I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on 1st down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let him come get the quarterback and dump it off. There could be some room to roam.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
For the Cowboys.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
He'll throw from the gun.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Gurley again here on 1st down. About 3 yards there to the 27. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow here on the goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down back.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 43. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. He got 29 yards that time. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving that. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
𝓒𝓻𝔂𝓼 to kick off for Atlanta.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
15-yard line.
The give is to Elliott. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
18-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Now it's Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
33-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So after that fourth down stop, Charles, you said it was almost guaranteed points the other way. Indeed, they do cash in, but only 3.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They got the points, but it should have been more. With that type of field position, the setup that they had, I think it was almost a loss for them. They only got 3.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Down at the 19-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A give to Elliott. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
7-yard line.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This will be fielded at the 17. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Second and 10.
Here's Prescott. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
There's the stiff arm. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might...
And my goodness, another interception. And it's 𝓒𝓻𝔂𝓼𝓽𝓪 with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Cowboys 3. 𝓒𝓻𝔂𝓼𝓽𝓪𝓵'𝓼 to kick off for Atlanta.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And this carries into the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. This is Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Down behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Cowboys.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Prescott now from the 50. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Chris Jones.
Sometimes it's just not your day.
And look at this, another fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And that will force a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
At the 47-yard line.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley, and we all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. The 1st down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
The handoff to Todd.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
He was brought down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now a handoff for Gurley.
Todd Gurley.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
45.
Again, it's Elliott. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind, while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake, but he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
𝓒𝓻𝔂𝓼𝓽𝓪𵵵 to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's 𝓂 to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The line of scrimmage.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Yeah, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're 1 play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more respectable.
Well, they decided to run it in.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole as they'll remain down by a bundle.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
3-yard line.
And our attention shifts to 𝓒𝓻𝓪𝓵'𝓼. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well,
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. A monster game so far. Third quarter, he is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Ryan to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
A loss of 8 yards.
They'll indeed go for him with Ryan. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, Prescott. A big seam, and he might go all the way.
Bring it!
20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys.
And following the pick 6, and they've decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They go to Elliott again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Let's go one more.
A first down carry by Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down now, it's Elliott. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Elliott on the carry. 𝓒𝓲𝓼 brought him down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that is incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for Blake Jarwin. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Now this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
The tight end, the ball carrier.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Covered by the offense.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever. Again, they run with Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Brings up 4th down.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up to 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
I was going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much.
Gurley, the Falcon ball carrier.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and
they'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
𝓒𝓻𝔂𝓼 on the tackle.
On first down, it's Gurley.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
Smith.
And it's 3rd down.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A pickup of 5 yards. First down, Atlanta.
A gain of 5. First down, Falcons.
Now it's Gurley. And he loses the football a 2nd time. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
36 to Mike. Let's get that.
A second down throw for Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards, a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On first down, Elliott down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Now Prescott. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
For the Cowboy field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respect.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Over 1st and 10.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
5 brings up 2nd and...
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Prescott on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Allen Bailey in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. The pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
Fielded in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Falcons ready to take over.
We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Ryan finding Julio out wide. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Julio Jones. 8 yards on the pickup.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Lions throw caught by Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
At the 6-yard line.
Ryan wants to throw it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.